Hello, hello. I hope everyone in the stream is doing good. Let me just see. Recently got the updated version of Video 2, so there's some things I'm gonna edit real quick about it. Yeah, give me just a second. Because I've not had a chance to stream with it yet, so I'm still just trying to figure out some things about it. Okay. Okay, yeah, I do like that more. Recent. I just gotta edit up these things, and then I can go ahead and get started. Woohoo! Because I have them all assigned to a jumper, but I had them on bounce, and I'm not really a fan of that one, so I'm just gonna go edit all the ones I have. Okay. Open recent. Files. See? Oh. Yeah, I'll need to fix that up soon, and I think that's looking good. There we go. But this is, in fact, the first stream since last time we had just gotten started. My friend will not be joining us today because he has not been as much in a vintage growing mood as I have been. Tabs. But yeah, today, let's see. I'm gonna work on blacksmithing a little bit just to get started on that. Which will include things like that. I'm gonna start looking at my copper. Well, he found 10, didn't he? He did, so I can just get. Ooh. Do I have a copper pickaxe mold? I do not. Wait. Okay, there is a pickaxe mold I can fire, though. But let's get one more reed. Not sure where I got a copper bit from. A bit odd, but oh well. There it is. No, I'll hold off on that. I was gonna go ahead and do it, but if I wait for the pickaxe mold. Actually, wait. Oh, we don't have coal, that's why we didn't do anything. Let's see, that's an igneous rock. That's not it, that looks more like slate, which I could find coal there, but it'd be hard to see. This looks like it could be a sedimentary, I could just go check. Sure. We will go attempt to just go search and see if I can find sedimentary rock over there to hopefully find black, brown, or anthracite coal. I don't know what type of gravel this is. It could be something good, or it could just be normal granite gravel. There we go. But let's go check. Conglomerate. That is sedimentary, if I am correct. Blueberry? I will need to work on making a proper thing to signify what the current goal is, but since our current goal is just to get started in the world, I'm not worried about it that much. Let's see. I could also just go spelunking. I don't have the copper pickaxe. He kept it, didn't he? Please tell me he didn't keep it on him. Oh, no. Copper. If he did keep it on him... That's a bear. That's a... Oh, that's a bear. Okay. As I was saying, though... Coal I can see. But... I am going to be trying to see about getting coal. I'll run home soon and see if he left the pickaxe or if he kept it on his person. If he kept it on his person, I'm going to blow him up in real life. I don't have a torch on me, do I? I don't. See, I can take it real quick. Fire starter. But I'll just be looking around, trying to hopefully find coal in this sedimentary rock area. Ow. That's chalk. Bismuth. A torch holder. No, I'm gonna say it. This was already worth it. Because I found bismuth, I found chalk, which I think I already had. Or I could be hallucinating that. Like, it very much could be either of them, frankly. Let's see. Cooking pot. Broken pieces. Yeah, nothing was good. Go down there last. A woolen shirt. More torches. Do I have the mod that lets me just craft the torches? I do. Ready to get rid of this. Oh, that's nice. Okay, I don't need 9 sticks. I don't need 9 blasting powder either. I suppose I can get rid of those 2 copper bits though. I could have got rid of the thatch. Oh well. Oh well. But I'm going to still search this cave for coal. Okay, well I don't need to search this cave anymore. Having access to chalk will be so nice, because then I can properly make a little house out of plaster, because I do love the plaster houses designs. I'll need to try to find a good base for a design for it, but that, once again, will wait until I at least have it to do. That's a goat. Okay. Having goats noted down is going to be good. But I'm going to run home, do a little bit of a drop off of loot, and then I can begin to work on looking around for... First of all, if he has the pickaxe, and if he does have it on him still, I'll probably still just search around for coal so I know if I can find it. I probably will try to get coal firing, at least like charcoal. I was just really hoping I could find coal while running out. Because I know the second I start, I'm going to run out and immediately find coal like 30 feet from my house. Because that's how these things always go. Alley. Ooh, we have flax burning right there? I don't know how I missed that. Okay. Sure, we'll just go down a bunch of Reddit stuff in here. There we go. Now I'm no longer starving to death. Oh. Okay, apparently my friend had a charcoal firing that I wasn't aware of. He probably told me, and I probably just chat. But I prefer to believe that he was actually the one in the wrong here. Especially since he's not here to defend himself. Okay, but with that, I can just go ahead and start making this up. Like, I don't even need to worry about the pickaxe anymore, since... I was gonna say I don't need to worry about it anymore, but I still do. It's not gonna lose that much, because I still would need to make a copper mold. Well, not a copper, an ingot mold. Sure, we will get this pickaxe mold finished up, and then I can work on an ingot mold. I think I also need to make an anvil mold. I don't remember if I already had one. There's the ingot molds. There's the anvil. Okay, I already have them started at least, which is on the right side. Get a little bit of place so we can finish up these things. Should probably grab the copper shovels that I didn't think I would be getting that much. Because I did realize I probably should make a couple vessels. Speaking of vessels, I'll probably actually make a couple obsidian hose after this and work on my farm. That way we have food for the winter in the works. Actually, I need to keep 2 so I can start firing them. Because I was gonna run back, but I just remembered that we have no key at the house. I'm gonna grab a good amount because that gives me an opportunity to show the stream everything. Or one thing at a time. Because this is a very heavily modded playthrough of Vintage Story, which includes one mod. Yep, repeat request. Which will burn for a lot longer. Let's see. So 8 times 25. It's basically just a slightly slower burning or slightly faster burning version of peat. But it's just like a bit easier to store. Then I could soak it in resin to make it. I don't know why you really want something like that that doesn't get hot enough to cook with. Also, I'm pretty sure it would still be hot enough to cook with because it's 120°C, which means it could at least boil water, but what do I know, I guess? But we have briquettes of various types. So we can make a sawdust briquette from sticks and resin. A charcoal briquette from cooking. From charcoal and resin. I keep cooking because of this. Some of these, I don't see why you would make. Specifically, when I say that, the, like, resin-soaked briquette. It just seems like a worse version. Because with these, it's a little bit worse time-wise. 8 times 25 is 200, and these only burn for 180. Well... Oh wait, no, they burn for a lot longer, actually. But they also just burn a lot lower, so they're only good for cooking. Okay. I don't know why I was getting that messed up in my head. But I just don't understand why you would go with the resin-soaked version, because that just seems like a pure debuff on all of them to make it so they can't be used for anything. But I don't know, maybe they can be cooked with and I've just, like, not understood what they said when they said it could not be cooked with. I suppose that is a thing I could test and see. We'll do that. You can get mold first. There we go. Got some pottery here too. Before I forget, something I just realized. I forgot to set it to full screen. So what we're going to do is fit screen. There we go. Let me just have out double check some things. I was just double checking. I notification about the stream everywhere. But, let's see, we'll get these things firing after I get all of them finished. I'm gonna make 2 molds, or not 2 molds, 2 vessels. That's the word I meant. I think Thrift is probably better. Let's see, I want Jackpot rather than Infallible, because while Infallible is nice, for the things I'm going to be doing later, it's kind of useless. And by things I'm going to be doing later, I mostly refer to doing a lot of vessels. Like, I'm not going to be making a large-scale amount of, like, anvil molds or more complex shapes like that. For the most part, it'll be simple shapes like vessels, some bowls. Speaking of bowls, I should make some bowls for light sources. But for the most part, I won't be needing Infallible. It'd be so good on a multiplayer server with like a bunch of people where you need to make a lot of pottery. Which is something I could look into. If I were to do that, I'd probably make it so everyone starts with some skills. Because the issue with things like Infallible is they really fall off. Like, after you made pottery for everyone, you don't really need to make any new pottery. So it could be better to have in a server where you start with a skill like that already. Because I believe that would actually be pretty good, because then that would lead to you being able to make pottery a lot more efficiently. Because there are certain ones that aren't always going to be good, because of, like, blacksmithing, I think starting with, like, a couple levels would be, like, a situation where, like, it's nice, but, like, not necessary. But then things like Infallible, without that, or not getting that early, it would be kind of pointless later on. Because by the time you get to, like, even, like, the first or second level of it, it's not like you're going to need it anymore. Okay. One of these will be... Let's see. One of these will be firing some bowls, and the other one, a vessel. I don't remember if I have bricklayers in. Actually, here. You know what? No one is in stream currently, so let's swap over to Be Right Back, not intermission. And I'm going to work on adding in bricklayers real quick. Because it is a very nice mod to have, and I think being able to like work towards making porcelain would be very fun. So I'll just have to go quickly work on that. Okay. Okay, they've been added, and I'll just need to boot up the world, which will take a minute, but... Actually, you know what? I can go ahead and pivot the stream back to live, though. And it'll just be a bit of waiting for it to start up. There we go. I forgot that they're gonna have to be. Okay. I will allow it to apply. I've not done anything that it would have needed to change yet. Well, that's this. Okay. I don't think I would need to worry about that. At least not now. Because I didn't add anything from that would have applied to bricklayers yet. Okay, I was gonna make some bowls, that's what it was. And I was also gonna make a vessel. One vessel, and then 4 bowls. Because I would like to make the bowls for an oil lamp. Because having access to oil lamp would be very nice. Luckily, it was only one drifter, not like a Botorn or a Shiver. I probably shouldn't have said that, because now Shiver's gonna appear because I said it. It's like a Beetlejuice situation, where if I say their name, it'll make them appear. This up. I heard that Shiver. I heard that stereotypical, that iconic clicking noise they make. Recognizable, not iconic. I'm just saying words, man. Let's just finish this up. But we'll try to get these things firing, and then we can go rest for the night. I don't have any grass. I'm gonna have to get 50 grass for this. I do sort of wish there was like an obsidian scythe option, but I understand why there isn't. Just because being able to make every tool out of, like, ow. I don't think we're gonna. Okay, wait, I have bones. Those can be handled, right? Yeah. Okay, good. I'm gonna try to get all of this I can. Because I would love to get everything firing. I don't need to get everything firing. I only need at least 30, which I've met. Just like silly because we tried to me, and I have to like completely run away from this area and just like rush. Oh my god. Stop following me. Okay, there we go. Crap, I heard that. Oh, they're fighting. They're fighting. Okay, I need to grab my sticks. I need to get my peat out. For Pete's sake. Okay, I need some more sticks. I need 5 more sticks and then I'm good. This is 8%, 5, gosh, I think. We can just plant that seed, so I don't have to worry about it. Okay. We got all the seeds, not seeds, all the grass put in the crucible, or not the crucible, the pit kilns. So we just gotta add the sticks, and then the actual. Damage enough to want to run away. Or just die, actually. So let's get the pickaxe mold firing first. That's not the pickaxe mold. That is the bolt. That is the ingot mold. That's the anvil mold. And that's the pickaxe mold. And that's the vessel. Okay. And with that, got all those finished. I'll have to do a door soon-ish. But I don't need it right now. Yeah, good. Okay. We got everything firing? Because I wanted to finish that up so that through the night it would start firing and it would be done sooner. Man, Vintage Shore is such a pretty game. Say, gee, here. I want to see this actually. Because I can tell through this thick fog, this is going to be very pretty if I go above it. Sure. We'll try that hill over there. Because I'm probably going to get a free chance in this somewhere. Unless the fog disappears. If the fog's just going to disappear because of it. Yeah, the fog disappears. I was running over here hoping it would, like, reappear. Is it just, like, that area is covered in fog, and if I go out of it, it disappears? I don't think that's how this works. Like, did the game just know I wanted to see it, and it just decided to get rid of the fog? Or is this not fog? This looks like fog, right? Yeah, this is fog. I don't know why it disappears. Very pretty. I don't need more. Do I need more blocks? Sure. This is such a pretty game. There we go. Just wanted to get a quick screenshot of that. Okay, let's just use a bone. There we go. Hold up. Hide. Aw. There we go. I was wondering what that was. That's a little white bar there. There we go. Now I can see the active effects and I can hide that. Oh, that's very nice. But I'm going to tab out real quick because I was going to just send that picture to somebody real quick. Just because I do really like the picture. Or the screenshot I just got. There we go. But I'm still just gonna have to wait for this stuff to fire. You know, I said I was gonna work on making my farm, so that's what I'm gonna do. Just start that. We're gonna make 2 hoe heads for now. Wait, I should probably at least make them like real. Yeah, we have plenty of blacks right now. Double checking something. Do you have any basalt? Huh. Weird. I thought we would have had some basalt. Ow. Ow. Okay, but I'm gonna go grab some basalt from here, I assume. Oh, yes, right here. Because I'm gonna go ahead and make a whetstone. That way I can start work on sharpening my hose. There we go. I'm just gonna be looking at the map for a second because I just need to consider where to put the farm. It could be good because there's just like a lot of places I could choose to put it, and I'm just trying to think of where would look the best. I'm still thinking right about here, just where I'm at, honestly, because it's one of the most symmetrical areas here. It has water on both sides. I still don't need to worry about rabbits anymore. I could put it as like a floating Aztec style thing in the water, but these aren't really floating. Here, here. Let me look up what the Aztec gardens are called. Chinamapas. Okay, it doesn't seem like... Well, they are technically floating. It just seems like they're, like, chest deep, I would say. Like, they're floating, but that's just because of the fact that they... Well, then they don't even look like they're floating. Yeah, I suppose we could just do some Chinapa-style farms. We'll have to go dig up a bunch of soil from somewhere, and then we could set it up in here. I forget. Will the auto fill up this? Okay, it looks like it did. There's a more efficient way to pick up all this, but I think it's in the right area, because that was messing with how I was moving around my slot. Oh, the head broke. Okay. Only something else that breaks on the heat, but finally got to that accent, I suppose. to be where the Shima Pass starts. I could have a bunch of these with each of these being 5. I'm not sure. If I do it like this, then I can have a bunch, because I will never plant something if it cannot make it symmetrical. Actually, wait, let me get some. Could I have them alternating? I could have them alternating sort of like this. Because I do like to make life harder for me, apparently. Let's just start cutting all this out. As much as I think alternating could be cool, it's probably going to be hard to keep track of, but I'm sure I can manage it. And I'll need a bucket, but actually, I won't need a bucket now I think about it, because I was thinking I was going to need a bucket, but I don't. Let's see. Because I have primitive survival, meaning I can dig furrows. So, the water in between should all be good. I'm gonna need a lot more dirt, but I'm sure I will be able to manage. Let's get some of this stuff put away so I have more inventory space and I can work on getting up a bunch of dirt. Green outer, sure, just not that outer. Oh, fine. Go there. We'll start planting seeds in random places over here because I don't particularly care about this place being like free of trees. This area right here, at least. is an axe. Okay. That's not something I can place in a pile. So... Oh! Perfect timing, actually. Are those finished? Okay, I know that this is fireweed and I can just cut it up. It is a very good, like, quick snack food. Okay, let's go ahead. Crucible. We're gonna get both our molds. If it's 40, I'm gonna get 36 copper. Yep. And I think this will probably do. And while that fires, we're gonna quickly make our tongs so I don't forget. And we'll just hold on in our inventory. And I'm gonna run out and look for some berry bushes just to get a quick snack. I don't think a stinkhorn is going to be very tasty, so I'm not going to even try. Ooh, those look like they could have berries on them. Because they are taller bushes. They're empty. I was really hoping I'd get closer to the bottom where I would have some. Oh well. No berries here. Wait, no. Marker? Okay, no. That's just flowers. Over there. Empty. And... Ooh. I would take some onions. I'm not gonna eat the onion. For the sole reason. If I eat the onion, I'll have the seeds. And onions are a more rare one. Look at this grind. Okay, a lot of chickens over here. Chickens. Look at all them chickens. Bunnies. It should still be firing because it's not been long enough to stop firing. So I'm gonna continue. Wait. Oh, cranberries. And I should even have enough to get rid of this fruit. Wait, that's not what I meant to throw out. I meant to throw away that bone. Okay, we can use the cranberries to make a little bit of jam. Because I do have a mod that lets me make it without having to have honey. I just have to put more berries in. Which I like, because I've literally never made jam the normal way. Because it's like, honey? Ugh. That's really expensive, actually, man. But we ate some field mushrooms, so we're full on hunger. We're not full on hunger, but we're full enough on hunger. That's what I was looking for. Something I've seen about the new update is apparently if you have a plate of food, or not a plate, a bowl of food that's still hot, it'll actually burn you, so you need tongs to eat now. Sure, we'll make a very good jam. Which, when the update is stable and actually fully comes out, that'll be interesting to say the least. And all these should be good. Yep, yep, yep. Oh. That could have been bad. If they exploded, I would have screamed and cried. Since it's just jam, I'll probably only need a couple things of heat. Heat is one of the easiest ones to cook. Not meat, jam. The jam doesn't just really doesn't need to cook that much. You are literally just melting berries, essentially. I'm considering something I could work on. I will probably eventually redo the champagnes thing over there, because most of the time they're seen surrounded by wood. So what I could see about doing is taking this and chiseling it so that it looks like a little holding slot for it. It'll technically be less efficient out. Yep, I knew two would be perfect. It'll technically be a lot less efficient at watering the crops because the furs have a bonus from the mod. But I don't think that's a big deal, really. I'll probably end up building my house here, honestly, like this little flat area, because it's a very pretty area right here for an area, for a farm. Not a farm, a house. So we'll see. Okay. Now we can go finish up our first little thing of champagnes. Yep, okay. Hello, bot. Had to quickly go. How about the fly? I'm wondering if there's a way I can just set it up so that it auto-bans people for certain terms, such as saying that bot's website. I'll need to look into it. There we go. Really? The handle broke on this? Huh. A handle's not what I expected to break on this. Like it's a bone handle too. I think bone handles are pretty good. Like, I could be mistaken, but I don't think Firefly is really worth it. That really feels like a waste, man. Let me just clean it up quick. There we go. I knew I'd set some of those down somewhere. I had to just look around for them. And both of those are finished. Meaning, I can work on these. And then soon enough, I can actually finally work on making proper tools. Not proper tools. Well, yeah, proper tools. But getting stuff like copper for an anvil. And I can make, like, a soft wood. I can completely demolish that roof, because the thing I was making it with was not worth it. How much do I need? 900. I just think it's 600 for some reason. I'll need to go to my default. I do know where bismuth is, so I can make bismuth bronze. Let's just sharpen this tool. There we go. Let's see, we can already have 20 farm plot slots. I don't know why these handles are so weak. It's kind of surprising, I'm gonna be honest. Handle durability 52? Ugh. I don't know why they made these so weak. I'm honestly not a fan, just because, like, I feel like just making it so seeds are harder to get rather than farm, like, a hoe is hard to use would be better early game. I guess it does also encourage you to actually make the like an actual metal hoe. But of course, you don't really have, like, farming is real easy in this, in my opinion. I think they need to make it so that you have to, like, re-furrow crop the fields after you farm with them once. And I'm just sharpening this while I run over here and sleep. Sure, let's just sharpen it while I sleep. Ooh, I gotta level up in survival. I could get one life. Having more health is always nice. I don't think this gives me farming XP. Farming is 135. dig a couple of these and see. I was sort of hoping it was, but oh well. And something I didn't explain. Okay, it wasn't letting me scroll on my mouse bar for some reason, which was odd. But yeah, something I did not mention earlier is that I do have XP getting turned up quite a bit. Mostly because this isn't a solo world, getting the more XP I think is fine, just because that balances out, because some of these things are hard to get, because I won't be doing some specific jobs, like a ton. And plus it means that I can get the bonuses from them to make my life a bit easier as time goes on. Let's see, like, jelly? Let's see. Set that down. Actually, yeah, so our plant is actually good. We can just go ahead and start farming. Gonna gather up all our seeds and see what we have. Okay. Can't use. Oh, sure, this could be our seed chest. Can't use. I'll go check inside to see if I'm missing anything, because I do remember that I priced through some in that vessel. A single rye seed. Yippee. Yeah, I'll need to grab a couple more over time. Seeds, that is. Have you finished this yet? I probably gonna want to get 1,300 worth of copper, just because then I can make some ingots, also along with the anvil and let's see. No, probably just 1,100 actually. Okay, and since I have a ton of rye. Hopefully the rye doesn't, like, die. Wait. Okay. It would really suck if it gets hot enough so that they die. Or, not die, but get stunted, that's the word. Really not much I can do about it, so it'll be what it is. We're gonna go out, we're gonna continue to gather up some dirt. Let's see, do I have any copper deposits over here? I'm sure I'll find a copper deposit even if there isn't one. I should have taken the land route. I think that would have probably been smarter. There we go. And we will only dig up dirt up on the mountain at least, so that it's at least somewhere that I don't have to look at it. Oh, copper already. I'm not gonna mine that copper. It's on the mountainside, so even though it would be, it could be a good deposit. Let's give it a mountain here, because since it would probably just be like a big panel of copper underground, it'll be like tilted and like bent. That's the word I'm looking for. Because of the fact that it's a mountain. Ooh, sheepy. Sheep. Okay, that should be good. I'll wait to get the dirt until I have at least gotten the copper that I need. Ow. There's a lot of wolf sounds. Why is there so much sandstone? Why is there a forge? Why is the forge thing just full of sandstone? Wait, rice? 10 rice exactly, too? Okay, we'll have to see what it is temperature-wise at. I think 4, because I think 4 is technically what the coldest point in the night is. In the vintage story, that is, at least. Do I know where I've heard this before? No. Do I think it's accurate? I don't know, but we will see. But when I'm home, if it goes below 8, that's bad. If it doesn't, then I can start planting some rice, because that'd be some very nice. Run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, rabbit. Run. You run. Okay. I don't know how I survived that. I was gonna try to flee in that cave for some reason. I really don't know why I was gonna try to flee into it, but... Oh my god. That's a black bear. What the crap? Oh, come on, man. I don't know if I'm safe, man. Bobbleweed, 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 bobbleweed. Ooh, ooh, ah. Ooh. Ooh, I got a carrot seed, which is actually pretty good, because I wanted that. Because I had 9 carrot seeds at the home, but I didn't plant them because all my farms are built around being a 10 by, or a 5 by 2, which is 10. Okay, we'll just run south, home. Let's gather up some the resin while we're here. Just because having resins can be nice for later whenever we get into things like producing sales and such. Okay. You have granite down there. You have what looks like sandstone. I'm not going to go down there because I really don't think granite would have anything I wanted. Like, I'm mostly looking for sedimentary. And also because that was a one-way trip. Oh! Oh, this is shale. I don't know what that was. It might have been brown coal. I think it was brown coal, what I just saw up there. Because if it is, that's so nice. Because that means I've got a good coal. Well, because that means I've got a deposit. Oh no, it's slate. That's the good roofing material. Shale is useless. There we go. And this is definitely brown coal, isn't it? Yep. I'll gather up some just because having it for smelting already would be nice. Because I would much rather save my charcoal just for things like not bloomeries. Well, yeah, bloomeries. I was getting those confused with the outcomes for some reason in my head. That's a lot of brown coal too. 11 should be enough for a little bit. I can always come back and get more. Yeah, I can't get back up. If I had a bunch of extra blocks, I'd consider going down there. Take temporal recovery. And I'll just gather some blocks right here. But whenever I get back, after I get my copper eventually, which I'm getting distracted from, that's black. Oh, that's fire clay. This is so nice. This is so nice. This is anthracite! Holy Industrial Revolution, Batman! Oh! insane! I'm gonna be starving. Okay, this was absolutely worth it, man. I've only found anthracite one other time, I think. It's super rare, but... Let me look at anthracite. Is there anything I can use it for other than just as coal? Nope. Okay. It's not like I would unless there was something very good it was used for, but I just know it's the best coal. We have no sticks. So much anthracite too. A lot of quartz too. Oh my god, there's so much fire clay. Oh. Oh my god, I was this close to it and I almost missed it my first time down here. That would have been terrible. Okay, I gotta get up, get some food, and get a stick. Because I'm gonna be getting a lot more fire clay from down there. Any other thing in here I don't need? I need that flax. I don't need the turnip seed, I'll be honest. Turnips are nice, but they're not exactly as pressing. I suppose one flax seed. I need a seed too. I desperately need that single carrot seed so I can start farming carrots. But the other ones I wasn't worried about because I already have some of them planted. And one flax seed isn't going to be what makes the difference. I also don't need those 4 turnip seeds. Oh, stick, that's what I was up here for. Blueberries, too. Horse. I don't really care about cranberries. I'll probably actually see about making like an actual proper mine over here at some point. Because being able to properly come down here and get clay, not clay, coal would be so nice to make easy. But we'll just have to see. Gonna get 6. We don't need that much. We're gonna get some black coal because there's fire clay below it. Because if I can get a bunch right now, that would be so nice, because then I could very quickly get a kiln built. Like a beehive kiln, that is. I don't know why I clarified what type of kiln. There's only one type of kiln. Dang it. Okay, I'm gonna go back because I do want to get 4 stacks so that I can get a lot of bricks. So that conglomerate. Do I live in a temporally unstable zone? Well, we're gonna run back up there, get this stuff that we missed. Try to get up to 4 stacks of clay. I have 2 at home, so if I fill this stack up and get an extra, that's 4. Because I think that should give me 2 stacks of bricks. If I'm correct. Now, I could be wrong, but I think I am correct. Oh, okay, wait, how am I sounding? I just wasn't being very loud. I was mostly talking to myself in my head. But if I'm so quiet, just let me know. Yeah, I was mostly rambling to myself in my head, just thinking out loud. But how am I sounding? Just want to make sure the audio is good for you. Okay, yep, I can do that. The real issue is vintage... Oh, here. Add a game. Okay, how is this sounding now? Still a bit quiet, actually, I think. Here, let me look through the settings on Streamlabs, cause let me actually also just get a bit closer. Actually, I can turn on audio monitoring. What am I doing? Monitor and output. Okay. Okay. Ah! Okay. Turn up this. Test. Okay. Let me turn off audio monitoring. There we go. Okay, how is this sounding now? Well, it was just the gain. Yeah. I turned it up to the max gain just to make sure I actually understood it. And that was very loud. It's just that there seems to be some sort of point with it where the audio monitoring, not audio monitoring, the gain boosting actually matters. Okay, there's a pig around here somewhere, I guess. But it's good to have you, Kilo. You just missed me finding the best place to start gathering up fuel, because I found a deposit of anthracite with black coal and fire clay around it. And also brown. It has every coal in the game in like a 30-foot radius. Like, here's the brown coal. Yeah. I still need to put the description somewhere. Currently, my goal for this is I plan to go about getting every flower I can in the game. Because I have a couple mods, it's the floral zones, and I plan to add all those. But yeah, this is the brown coal, and down here is where I was a minute ago, where I died. Which is where the anthracite... Oh! Where the anthracite is. I died in the black coal pit, though. But yeah, I'm just working on getting a bunch of this fire clay, because if I could get a beehive kiln to make pottery and brick making a lot easier, that would be very nice. But I've not started working on getting the flowers goal yet, because I'm still just in the very early stages of trying to get started. But that might be something I'm able to get to work on next stream, like in full force. Hopefully. Where's that? I heard a shiver just hit the ground. Let's just mine this up. But yeah, so far this world has been going pretty well for me. I found some good deposits so far. We'll take clay. And would you want me to just call you Kilo, or do you have something else you'd want me to call you by? Just want to do a courtesy check. Okay, there we go. I got out of the pit. Okay, so just Kilo. Okay. Just want to double check. But yeah, I am glad to have you in the stream, Kilo. I think being compared to Kylo Ren, I think certain people would lose friendships if they had that done to them. You know, I don't think it's a good sign that the coal area is, like, cursed, it seems. Because I'm just constantly losing stability over here, even above the ground, but... Well, not much I can do about it. I don't think, at least. What is that? Okay, there's goats up here. Did I already mark them? Chickens, bunny, sheep, goat. Goat. Did I mark it? Did it make the goat marker? Goat. There's something strange over there. I need to go investigate. But this is the second stream I've done of this world so far. My friend did join for the first one, but he has not been as much in a vintage story mood as me as of late. So this is probably going to be a mostly solo world, sadly. I see. Oh, I see. This is actually shade. It's not a visual bug. There's just a mysterious shade here, and it's even killing the grass. Yeah, solo worlds can be fun. The only issue that comes up with them is your work gets split a lot between a lot of things, so you can't, like, focus on any or as many solo things. Copper hoe. I could not have found that before I started work on my farm, could I, game? You really... I mean, I still need to work on my farm, I suppose. We'll take these crates, though. Oh, yeah. I have a very specific creation setting I use that makes all the worlds a lot more fun for me. I've had Vintage Story for, like... When did I get it, actually? I think it was earlier in 2025 is when I first got it. Or 24, maybe. I think it was 25. I don't remember exactly when I got it. But I've had it for, I think, a year. At least that's feeling right in my head. But I've had it for about a year, and I have put so much time into this. Like, I think this would easily have already become my most played game ever, just after a year. Let's see, chalk. It is so good. And I'm still, like, always upset that games like Hytale pick up where Vintage Story has not picked up nearly as much. Like, it's not like I have anything against Hytale. It's just... Yeah, it scratches the itch of actually wanting, like, a somewhat survival-based game. Rather than a game that says survival, but, like, the depth of the survival is non-existent. Yeah. I am not a huge fan of a lot of the mechanical stuff they have. And by mechanical, I mean, like, with, like, windmills and stuff. Like, I just do wish there were more options. And also things to even use it on. Because currently there's, like, in vanilla at least, like, 2 things you make. I think. Let's see, a pulverizer, a health hammer, and a quern. Like, that's it. Like, I also understand that, obviously, you can't really, like, do that much with things that just don't have many possibilities. It's sort of hard to invent, like, new machinery. I think they probably do. I would have to check the road map they have, because they have the road map on their website. Honestly, the bigger thing for me is not even wanting, like, new devices. It's wanting more options. For example, I want to be able to make a T out of gears. In other words, something where it continues and, like, will also split off into other things on the bottom. Yeah, you can play the beta of it, actually, right now. It's 1.22. Me and my friend tried to try out 1.22's first release candidate, and we had some interesting bugs happen. The first bug that happened was apparently pigs, whenever they tried to run away from you, did not have a speed limit. So they would disappear magically, and if you look at footage from it, they, like, just run away at, like, 1,000 miles per hour. And another more annoying bug of it just crashes every time. It just crashed every time you looked at copper and like melted copper. The pig one was hilarious. Okay. Let me go do one thing real quick. I will be back in just a second. It'll be like a minute or two. Okay, there we go. I'm back. And you are very right. Enasir cursed all copper. Luckily, we hadn't gotten too far, since if it was like iron or bronze, that'd be more annoying. But the fact that it was just copper made it just funny more than anything. Be quiet. I had to go tell a cat to be quiet because they were at my door yelling at me. And they're not coming in here right now because I had to go get a bowl of food before it got cold. And I don't trust them. Why do I always build in temporally unstable places? It happens every time! Okay. My warehouse, current house, future warehouse is good. You know, let me sleep so it becomes day. That's at least okay. I just can't build that place I was gonna consider building, so... I don't do it on purpose. It just happens. I keep getting distracted. I need copper. I keep getting... Okay. I need to get copper. I need to put stuff away so I can get the copper. Let's see. Is this how I make it? It is. Okay. But yeah, going back to like just general talk rambling about Detroit, I think this is by far one of the best games. Like, I don't mean like even in my opinion, because, well, I mean, even if I did say in my opinion, it would still be true, because I'm always right about everything. I've never said anything incorrect. Oh, okay, wait, let me go tinker with Streamlabs. Because I don't really care about long messages, because I had been tinkering with it. Mostly so I could get rid of, like... so I could keep people from, like, when I get text-to-speech, sending only emotes in it. Let's see, what is this called? Just, is it the chat bot? No. Cloud bot, I assume. Yeah. Paragraph protection, we're just going to turn that off. You know, let me see what the default for this is. 140 length? That's kind of terrible. I don't care about cap. Why does it have caps protection as a thing? Some of these, like, I wanted enabled because it's like, yeah, I want link protection and, like, certain word protection so I can, like, keep people from, like, coming in here and saying slurs or whatever. Yeah, actually. Okay, but you might be able to send the message now because I think it should be updated correctly. I don't know why it's so short of a message by default. We'll just throw crates in there. Now I should be able to go run and get copper. I saw a stupid YouTube short where it was somebody talking about a copper brand saying, yeah, this is low quality copper. I think it's been mixed with some tin, so it's actually technically bronze. You really shouldn't be buying from E. Nasir brand copper. Let's check down here. Come on, I want my copper, man. I gotta enter my E. Nasir arc. I gotta go get copper and cut it with a little bit of tin. And also, talking about previous worlds, my last solo world I did, it's less that it's hard to find for me, because I have tons of areas where I found it, but I was just hoping to, like, go spelunk in a cave and find it, because whenever it's surface bits, it's not much. You'll dig down to it, it'll be like a 5x5 layer of copper, and it'll always be, like, low quality. But in my last world, my insane goal was just to farm an insane amount of food, which I succeeded. I created a farming complex, which was very elaborate and was made almost entirely out of, like, I think it was, like, limestone and obsidian. Like, obsidian trimming, all the buildings were limestone ashlar, like, blocks. And it could produce, I think, about 20,000 grain if I had it being spelt grain. And it was running at, like, peak efficiency the entire time. Or not peak, but, like, average efficiency. Here, let's just go down here. And my goal for this one, as already stated, is just to get every plant I can. Yep. Native copper, poor. That's the other issue. These are always poor quality. Poor or normal. They're never worth it. Which I understand why copper is a bit harder to find, because I think copper is more rare than other materials. Like, the reason we historically swapped to iron instead of just keeping and doing bronze wasn't because it was, like, a ton better or cheaper or anything like that. It was just that there was more iron. It was just easier to find. Now, I could be a little bit wrong about that. I'm sure it was better than bronze still. But, like, I think that, like, just the prevalence was the bigger reason. Like, yeah, it might be, like, the same, a little bit better, a little bit worse, but there's just, like, 50 times the amount in it. Of it. I often do want to start, like, a really big museum complex. It's something I want to do every time, because there's some very cool things you could do. Like, getting one of every crystallized chunk of metal could be a very interesting thing to do. But it's like I've never actually really approached truly doing. Mostly because there's not really a reason to build a museum in a solo world. Yeah. I'd probably... I'd have to consider what it would be like. Because I could do... Yeah, I know, but... Hello, raccoons. You are not a pup. You are not a child raccoon. You're as big as them. You are lying on your birth certificate. 1 second. There's a knock at my door. Impressive that he missed while I was standing still. Very, very impressive. Mr. President, get down! Honor of what? They really should have tried to send a better Botorn after me. He was not a good choice. That's a bear. You see, the knife does suck, but it's a Botorn, and I think they legitimately just do have less loot for some reason. Freddy Fazbear. I should probably actually try to make a mace, like a proper weapon, because these people are... Okay, but I don't have a bow to shoot them with. Which, like, would probably be smart to make, but, like... There's something cursed in this area. First I get attacked by a Botorn, then a bear, then there's a cave-in. What god did I anger? Okay. That's just conglomerate, which is not useful. Okay, you know what? Let's just head back home. God, yeah, I angered Dave. I angered Dave. Knowing my luck, there's gonna be a sudden, like, heavy temporal storm that's gonna hit. Okay, I was waiting for it to, like, appear a heavy temporal storm is approaching, but I guess not. I don't recall if there's a command to check when the next one will be. Hello, a trader. Why is your name Trader? Actually, man, why is your name Trader? Wait, Trader. Traitor. Traitor. You're the traitor from Among Us? I don't know why he's named Traitor, actually. I'm just going to assume his parents had a life planned out for him already. Or he didn't have a name until he got a job. Maybe it's part of his culture, actually. He just gets a job based... He just gets his name based on what his first job is. There'd be a lot of people named Cashier. Ooh, medium. Okay, this medium might be enough to push me over the edge to get the copper stuff I need. Or, well, the 10 bronze stuff I need. Because I need 11 ingots worth, because I need 9 for my anvil, because I do plan to make it 10, just to, so I can get iron sooner. And I'm going to need 2 bronze ingots, so I can make a chisel and a saw. Because currently the design I'm going with for my farm requires me to get a chisel. Because I plan to make it look similar to the Aztec floating island. Well, floating, I would say, with the air quotes. The floating gardens they had. And I plan to get the 2x2 logs that you can make, the quarter logs, that's what they're called. And chiseling them so they look like they're like walls supporting it. So it doesn't like... Ow. So it doesn't like fall apart. What's in here? A vessel? Not half bad. Vintage beef. I don't think I would personally eat vintage beef. Mostly because I think that's a collector's item. Aged child's toy, huh? I'm gonna need dry crabs. Oh yeah, I can. I just started eating it because I was hungry. You know what? Never mind. I guess I would eat vintage beef. Okay, listen, Kilo, you've jinxed it. I'm gonna come up over the hill. There's gonna be a bear right there now. Let's get rid of that 9 chalk. There's a ton of chalk. I know I'm right. There's gonna be a bear right there. I'm gonna, like, peek right over the hill, and Freddy Fazbear is gonna be there, and he's gonna say, or, before crushing my skull. Okay, no Freddy Fazbear. There's goats. Oh no, not goat sheeps. I think we've beseeched them enough for today. They're gonna block us if we keep asking for luck. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to get... Actually, I can chase it down there now. Because I want to get goats, because they're better early... They're better early on, just because they don't need to be higher generations to be milked. Issue is I don't have anything to sacrifice to them. Like, no, either an otter. I'd offer fish, but, like, I don't got any of those. I need to go make a fence real quick. Nice is a strong word. These cave-ins are gonna get me one of these days. I thought I heard something. Wait, I'm not. Break that. Because I meant to place it like this. Just to get it out of my inventory. Where's the copper? There we go. Actually here. I don't think this is gonna be enough, is it? Maybe. Actually. I only need 2210. 22. I don't have enough 10, do I? My friend didn't tell me where his 10 deposit he found was. This is actually kind of disastrous. Okay. Okay, I have enough at least. Okay, let's try to get it split up evenly, because I don't think this matters actually, but I choose to believe it does not matter. For no other reason than I can't prove that it does not matter. Oh wait, what's that anthracite? Okay, I put it here, I bet. Okay, because what I'm going to do, because he has that zinc in there, which will be very nice, because I remembered, I do know where bismuth is. Meaning, I technically can't make 10 bronze ingots, but I can go make some bismuth bronze ones. Which will come very in handy. Where is it? Is that it? No, that's lead ore. Over there. Okay. Ooh. Okay. I'm just gonna run over here to get that bismuth bronze and try to get back so I can for my ingot. Not my ingot, my anvil. I also recall in my head how deep the cave was. I don't think it was that deep. But hopefully I could also soon enough find an iron deposit, because that'd be so nice. Okay. I'll search that cave next, because that looks like it could be a good cave. That one's full of water, so I don't think that's a good cave. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, the cave is right there, I think, actually, because I think it was a very open cave. Ooh, goat up there, too. Oh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Pretty good amount, too. I just heard the goats calls a cave in. We'll try to get 16 non-crystallized. I heard that shiver. I heard that stupid clicking noise they make. Stupid little spider dogs. You know what, Kilo, what do you think? Do you think we should go explore this cave now? The one that I saw over here? Or should I go home and get this stuff poured first? What's that? Oh, that's dung. That is true. Which I am bad at keeping track of my food bar. I'm also bad at keeping track of my food supply because I did just remember I don't think I have any food in storage. Like, I have this 2 vintage beef, but like... Yeah. Can I make vintage beef somehow? I can use it to make a predator pheromone base. Oh. I think that is correct. I think they are super rare because I think I only found them like 2 or 3 times. Okay, I probably should go ahead and get my tongs. You know, they're actually so rare. This will be where I start storing my museum stuff, which will include a chunk of vintage beef. I also realize I'm gonna have to go get more copper because I don't have enough. Because I made tuning it molds, right? Yeah. You all are very rude. What the? That's my bed. Get out of it. The only thing I ever increase by tick, like, of the ore spawn rate, that is the 10. Mostly because, otherwise... Oh, come on! Otherwise, you always just play and make... Why? Did I at least get it all poured? Okay, I did. No. First of all, you're on your back. You can't swim. No, you get back here. There we go. The gang's all here, apparently. What was I gonna do? Why do I have that? Listen, they deserve to be trash-talked. You know, I'm leaving them. I don't really care. Oh yeah, and here's my farm. Luckily, I've already got it set up, partially. But I'm planning to just do this throughout the water and eventually make it look like a little island-type deal. which should be very nice when it finishes, or when I finish it. But luckily, I've already got stuff planted, so hopefully soon enough, I will have a supply of food. We're just leaving those drifters behind. They can go die, because I know there's a copper deposit over here that I want to quickly grab so I can make my bismuth bronze. I probably should also put a door in my house, but I'm skipping... I like to skip the stupid crude doors, because they just break. And besides, I know that even if I had one, they'd somehow still find a way in, since I think they've been spawning in there. Let's see, I think it's right here. You know what? Oh, this one's a rich deposit? Huh. Oh, I had more copper I could have broken and not had to worry about it anyways. Cool. You see, this is where I would like to get a crystallized one, because it looks very pretty on the basalt because of how black it is. Yeah, Enisir didn't find this one. I would say he cursed it in the way that it's like on a hill, so it's like all spread out in this weird way instead of just a nice flat layer. But like, I don't think that's Enisir's doing. I can't really think of like a historical like geologist or anything that it could have been. We're gonna take ore miner because the other ones are kind of terrible. Oh, rough quartz, cool. Come on, man. Could you please give me a piece of crystallized copper? It'd be very cool. Okay, no crystallized copper, sadly. You know what? I'll actually ask you, Kilo. I do plan to stream this Vintage Story World quite a bit, but what are some other game ideas you think I could stream? That you think would be interesting for somebody to stream, that is? Oh. More copper, actually. I am actually pleasantly surprised. You see, I've not been streaming long enough to really pick up a theme on, like, any specific games I play. So far, it has been more survival games, because I think the games I've streamed the most so far have been Vintage Story. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Vintage Story and Zomboid are the two games I've streamed the most. Just keep getting this dirt, because I need a lot of dirt for my farm. But yeah, the issue is, I'm just trying to consider more game ideas to stream, because I don't want to just stream, like, the same game every time. What do you mean a psychology stream? Hello, Botorn, I can hear you, but I'm going to ignore you. That is interesting. I do need to consider more interesting ideas for streams as a big thing. Like, that's sort of what this one is, because the gimmick of this one is going and getting every flower, which should be starting soon, hopefully. You know, let's get this cooking, actually, before I go sleep. Let's see. Yeah. Honestly, a lot of the time, the thing I really like in games, at least, like, from a gameplay perspective, is I really like it when they have, like, interesting survival mechanics. Which is why I like Vintage Story so much, because they have so many interesting mechanics to aid you in your survival. An example is, like, in the new Zomboid beta... You know, let me just, like... Sorry, stop me. In the new Zomboid beta, Project Zomboid, that is... Yeah. I think the real issue is just trying to find a balance between doing something, like, because I like it, but also doing something that'll, like, actually, like, end up going somewhere. Because for the most part, the things I do like in games, and I find very interesting personally, is just when they add in very in-depth, unique mechanics to aid in survival. Like, the example I was going to go with, because I got a bit distracted, was in the Project Zomboid beta they have out currently, or, like, the unstable build they have right now, they have it so that brain tanning is, like, actually a thing. Like, when you harvest an animal, you have to get its brain out so you can go tan it, which is, like, the actual historical method that was used to tan a lot of animals. Or animals a lot of the time. Which Vintage Story sort of does that, but they've simplified it down to fat tanning of pelts. Which is also an interesting method. Yeah. Get out of my house! Oh, okay, he just wanted to go to bed. And stay down. The butchering mod, I assume? I've played with it a couple times. I didn't add it this time because I thought my friend was going to be joining more. But I might add it in later. It is a mod that I do like. It is very interesting. I have a couple gripes with it. Very minor gripes. But, like, honestly, the minor gripes are like that the butchering table is... Let's see. Yeah. I really do like Vintage Story, and I cannot wait to see more of what they have planned in the future for it. Like, this is not the kind of game I would ever rush. I'd rather them take another, like, 10 years to get it finished than, like, rush it and it be slop. Let's see. Oh, there we go. There's some wolf berries. What are these even called? Goji berries. But yeah, Vintage Story... The other thing that I find lacking in Vintage Story, but this is not like a dev thing, or like one of the things I find lacking in it, that is that none of the mods really feel like any of them have ever tried to reach the scale as mods in, like, Minecraft have. Like, none of them add anything huge. Which is just something I would like to see in the future, because one random idea... Wait, what do you mean? Oh. Yeah. Health bar only matters when my screen starts to sway, is my mentality. But one mod I would love to see somebody make in the future for Vintage Story using the temporal system, I think a very interesting mod would be a Fallout mod. Or, well, just any nuclear apocalypse mod, I suppose. I first learned that about. I don't play Black Decks in Magic, though, is the issue. So I don't know what that says about me. I guess I'm the outlier. But I think a nuclear apocalypse might be interesting, where they replace the, like, temporal stability with, like, radiation poisoning. Which would be very funny. Okay, where am I even... What am I even doing out here? Why am I out here? Why did I go out here? What am I doing? I just sort of got, like, distracted rambling about how this game would be so good for a Fallout mod that I thought, I'm just gonna run around. Oh, those chickens, I found them. In general, in Vintage Story, the farthest I've gotten is beating the first story location. I've not gotten past that. But also, when I did get past it, or when I did beat it, they didn't have the other things yet, so I feel like my defense there of there was just nothing else yet is pretty fair. I do need to do more of the story to try to get past the RA and into the other things, because I've not even seen past that part yet. Yeah, but I mean like true Fallout. Like, this ain't Fallout, this is too lush and, like, lively. Like, heck, Vintage Story is more lush than anything you see of Fallout before the war. Like, if I were to compare this to the start of Fallout 4, I would consider this more lively. Yeah, I want it to be like, I want to see a Fallout full overhaul mod. Sadly, I don't know how to code, so I can't, like, just go do it myself. Even though if I knew how to do that, I'm sure that would go insane on a streamed series. Oh, yeah. Just, I played Vintage Story in Fallout, or Fallout in Vintage Story, that is. We don't have any stones. Of course we don't. Okay, I need to grab, let's see, 8 per 3, so I'm gonna need 24 stones. No, that would be 6. I need 32. Okay, let's just look around for some basalt. Because I need 32 real quick of any type of stone, so I can go ahead and make cobble, so I can make a forge, so I can start smelting. That is enough. I'll go ahead and grab a little bit of extra while I'm here. Something else I should probably do is probably make a proper forge, because I always forget to do that, or just don't do it for some reason. I don't know why, I just never do. I just always say, oh, I'll just make a forge later. I don't need it right now, this will manage for now. And then it's like year 2 already, and I'm like, I don't need a forge. I've been managing without it for a year. Okay, let's get back. Play. I heard that. I heard a shiver. I heard it. Where is he at? Okay. I know he's gonna appear out of nowhere in a sec. I know he's gonna appear. I'm not crazy. I heard him. I heard him. Heard him. He's in my head. He's in my head. We'll just use brown coal. We don't need it to be good. Okay, let's just wait for this coal while I eat some food. Oh yeah, and talking about the beta of this, like the release candidate, that's what they call them. Another interesting bug that was in the release candidate when I tried it. If you're on a multiplayer server, anyone who is not the host will crash if they try to look at something's recipe. The host, it's fine, but only people who are connected to the host. Along with being unable to eat grain for some reason. Which I thought was a feature. Let's see, chill soft. You know what? While I wait for this cool, let me go look at the release candidate at other things. Let's see. Okay, status, devlog, dev streaming, rules and info. I think it's news. But let's go look at some of the bug fixes they had to implement in the first update. Okay. Fixed. Bunker, shad, and chub fishes were not playable. Okay, so just some of the fishes weren't harvestable. Small... yeah, let's see. Old elk-mounted lanterns crashing the game. I assume that just means, like, from... if you, like, updated your game to it. Water wheel / boat construction crash. Oh yeah, I do like how that they're making a lot of new features that are like in-world construction. The best example I can think of is the Daub, or Daub, I don't know which it technically is. And along with the, well, boat, where you have to like actually put in the materials in the world to do it. Let's see. Rollers crash, whatever that means. Players unable to ignite fire pits. Yeah, I remember that. Of course I'm sorry. Oh wait, no, I'm not sorry. I'm suffocating. Oopsie. Okay, it does not explain what the roller crash was, but... let's see, still heating? Yeah. While this continues to heat... Ah! Hello, DJ. Good to have you here, DJ. Adding fuel to a forge would consume the item twice instead of once. Crashes when you added a fuel to a forge with a stack size of 1. I feel like those two are related. Crashes when hovering over a crucible full of molten copper. We already discussed that one. Boars flee at hyperspeed, yeah. You're very rude, DJ. You know that. Tar items showing in handbook was supposed to be excluded. Yeah. Any other funny updates? Oh, my dogs. Let me go get this stuff cooked before I continue to look at some of the insane things they had to fix. I think they should have kept the boars fleeing at hyperspeed, I'm gonna be honest. It was so funny. They should have had to be like a 1 in 1,000 chance they do it. Let's see. Okay. Thank you for the various noises, DJ. Okay. You are very annoying sometimes, DJ. You know that? Huh? I'm sorry you have to be here to deal with this, Kilo. Okay, luckily he's left, apparently. Out. I don't know if the sound was coming through for you. For the... Actually, here. I can just replay it and make sure it was working. Because I can hear it, but I don't know if it was coming through on chat. Let's just... Okay. You see, the follow sound is a lot louder than it. Okay, yeah. Well, no, I had to replay it just to make sure for myself that it was coming through. So I had to replay it and wait for it to come through. I'll try to find a better sound for this at some point. I just keep it because it's funny. And I have the follow sound louder for some reason. I don't know how. Oh, wait. Actually, wait. Was the bug fixed? Let me go check. In the... Okay, they didn't fix the other bug I found. Where if a vessel was completely empty, when you closed it, it made the sound of a basket breaking. But if you had stuff in it, it didn't make that sound. Okay, but... It could somehow be something I only ever did in the beta. I could have found some weird way to do that. I don't know. Like, that is a very possible, like, a very big possibility. But it was the way it worked for me, like, what happened was if the vessel was empty and I closed it, it would do the sound, like, the breaking sound of, like, what's the word? Basket breaking sound, that's the word. Otherwise, it would just make the normal sound if there was, like, stuff in it. It was very weird. Something I should look... There we go. Something I will probably look into preparing for next stream, because I might do this more tomorrow, just because I'm still having a lot of fun streaming Vintage Story. But I'll have to see plan it out more. But what I'll probably see about doing is creating a poll at the beginning of the stream, just to set out whatever goal it is that I do that stream. And then if there's no one to hear at the start of the stream, I could just roll it on a wheel. Or we'll spin it on a wheel, you don't roll a wheel. Just because I think that would help me at least, like, decide what I'm specifically gonna do, rather than just randomly going and doing something and forgetting about something the entire time. Is this north? Actually, no. I think that's south. Okay, there we go. Let's get this all placed. We'll get the east placed. Oh, wait, no. These are supposed to be south. No, these are supposed to be north. And also, I will say it now, the mod that I'm using to make these roofs is the vintage... I think it's called VS Roofing. It is very nice. Hello, fettuccine, I'm gay, though. Insane name. What's the bug, DJ? I'm sure it's an actual bug and you're not gonna say some insult directed towards me. So what is it, DJ, huh? Oh, yellow stainer. The stainer. Yeah, I really expect that. Oh. Underwear. You know what, DJ? The temptation to put you in timeout for that one is very high. The temptation for that is astronomical. I should put you in timeout for that one. You would deserve it. You'd be absolutely deserving of it. Yeah. Come on, is there any food here that I've not already eaten? Okay. Chicken of the woods. That's edible. Eatable. That's a bear. Oh, that's Freddy. That's Freddy Fazbear. I should consider putting that sound in when I'm able to, as like a sound effect. The stupid. Oh, it's Freddy Fazbear. Okay. But now that I'm not dying of hunger, I can get back home. I can put a door on my house first of all. And then I can finish up my roof and see about what type of roof to put on it. I'll probably go... I'll probably do thatch, honestly, but I'll need a scythe for that first. Just because I do think the thatch would look nice, because this will eventually just become a storage room. Or like a warehouse, or workshop, I mean. I'm going to definitely need more boards. Okay, where are they? Oh, wait, no, it's over here. Where'd I put it? Where'd I put the saw? There it is. Let's put down the shovel. I don't need it. Actually, yes, I do. I've been propping the things up on dirt. Back. This. Like that. Okay, let's see, that's south. Get up here. Actually, wait, why don't I just do it from down here? Is this gonna work? Okay, it is. There we go. This is a lot less annoying and clumsy of me. Okay, this is north. Okay, let's get the rest of these placed. Okay, east, I think? Yes. West. West, west. Nope, these are supposed to be books. Okay, let's get the last of these placed. Let's see. Nope, that's south. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, this should be the last layer I need to do after this one. There we go. Okay, west is the last one. Ow. Of course I'm starving again. The last of the west. That's the south. And some north. And that we have our roof frame at least finished. I will still need to figure out how much the thatch costs, because I don't remember. I think it only costs thatch, or like dry grass, I mean. Actually, you know what? Should I do this? Should I make a thatch roof or a sod roof? Also, I swear to God, DJ, if you say chicken butt, I'm actually going to put you in timeout. I'm going to strangle you and throw you in the timeout corner. That's technically not chicken butt, so you're safe. I know you wanted to say it, but you know I'm going to hold through on my threat. Okay, let me go get some more food, because I keep starving. But yeah, but what does the chat think? Should I do a sod roof or a thatch roof on my house? Ooh, puffballs. Yummeries. Actually, wait, here. Here. Mod view, chat settings. You know what? Not it. Give me just a second. Oh wait, no. There we go. I have made a roof type poll, and you should all be able to vote in it now. And I cannot show you what they look like, just because there's a lot of different varieties. Here, I can... Actually, I can. The sod is basically like... It'll just look like framed grass, basically, sort of like this. thatch will basically look like hay, essentially. Shingles will depend on the colors. I'm not going to show them. And wood is very similar of looking like whatever wood it is. I shouldn't have allowed you to vote extra times. I can see you voting like 30 times, DJ. Oh yeah, food, that's what I was out here looking for. But I found puffballs, which is actually right. I'm gonna kill you, DJ. I'm gonna kill. I can see you've voted for everyone. But yeah, the poll will still be open for a couple minutes. I'll see what it tells me from vote-wise, because I did not mean to actually keep the multiple votes open. So if anyone has not voted, just go check in, make sure to. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and wait for the poll to end for just a minute. Okay. You're gonna get like choke slammed one of these times, DJ. Bye, DJ. Did you vote in the poll, by the way, Kilo? I will just ask directly, because I think you're the only other one here. Because I'm unaware if Fettuccine was still here. Wait. I will. Well, what is your opinion of a roof fettuccine? No roof is not an option, sadly. Boom, 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 boom. Ay, 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 I think that'd be a bit expensive. Okay. But, see, my farm's done. Got the base of my house finished. I'll need to put a roof on it later. Let's see, what time are we at? 3:08. Okay, but for now, let me get a screenshot of the new house. I have a vision. Okay, but is it a good vision? Is the biggest question. But I've realized we went over 3 hours because I was shooting for about 3 hours. So I'm going to be ending the stream here. Is it ending soon? I will send you out to somebody else who is streaming Vintage Droid currently. See, I don't know a good way. I don't know if you can send messages on here. I could just message you on Discord, so you could just here. Just send me your Discord name and you can just whisper it to me. And I can message you on there and... Actually, here. I can just message you on Discord real quick. Disable. Okay, I was just getting that fixed. But here, let me go ahead and whisper you. Oh, I cannot whisper to you, actually, because you've blocked whispers from strangers. Oh, well, I don't know if you can whisper to me somehow. I think if you could probably just scroll to the top of the chat and check, actually. Oh. Yep, I can just message you there. That should work. Here, I will just send you a friend request to do it. But you can just message me on there. But I'm going to be ending the stream. This will be up on my VOD channel soon enough. Let's see. I should be streaming tomorrow. Let's see. I think I should be free to stream tomorrow. Not completely sure. I'll have to see, but I should be free. But I'm just going to look through people I can raid to see who would be a good option. Let's use the raid browser. Same category. You know, sure. We'll send them over to them. Okay, but this will be up on my my VOD channel later. And oh, sorry, was just stretching. Anyone who ends up watching this, either through YouTube or was here live, make sure to drop me a follow to support me. I should update my schedule later today, later tonight, with my accurate schedule of when I plan to stream. But I hope everyone has a good day. Oh, thank you for the follow. Let's see. Why is it not working? Let me figure out. I'm still unsure how raid works in this. I don't know if it sent you over. Odd. Wait a minute. Did the person's stream close the second I tried to raid them? Or am I just doing something incorrect? Interesting timing. Interesting timing. Okay, you know what? Sure. Okay, suppose we have to go find a new one. Let's see. Where was it? You know what? Sure, we'll raid them. Let's see. I'm just trying to pick out a good one that hasn't been up completely all night or anything.